I have a keen interest in the arts. I've always been a history buff. Culture is my thing. I think you have to be a well-rounded individual to be really good at what you do. I mean, I've always thought that it's, whatever your job is, you could be a nuclear scientist, but you have to be a well-rounded individual. Meaning you have to look, see what's happening around the world, what's happening around you. What are people doing in other areas of entertainment, other areas of their life? What's going on in the world? I think you have to be well-rounded because it makes you a more complete person. And so I've always tried to participate. And by participating, you develop certain likes and dislikes. And it's good. I love culture, so I travel around the world and I like to visit places where people are different, see how they live, take in some of their history. I've done that and I've had a ball doing that. And that's what makes life so much fun. There's so much to take in. You're constantly learning like a sponge. I enjoy that. I've done charity work for many, many years. I think it's everyone's civic responsibility to go into the local community on a national level if you can, and do whatever you can do to help certain charities. Whatever you feel committed to, whatever your conviction level is. I think it's your civic responsibility. So I've done a ton of charity work for many, many years, and I enjoy doing it. Did a lot in Portland, a lot in Houston, and other cities as well. So whenever I can help out, I do my best to make sure it happens. Golfing is a great sport. I think a lot of people I hang out with now are my good golfing friends, and it happens that way because it's your passion. It's a great hobby. It's something you can do with your kids, your family, and something you can do on vacation. I've always been active. I work out daily, play a lot of tennis, try to run 3 or 4 miles a day, and so golf is just something that I really enjoy doing. And going to the club and hitting balls, whether it's practicing or playing, it makes for a great day. Play with George Gervin a lot. He's a very good golfer. Ice is a phenomenal golfer. He's about a 2 or 3 to 4 or 5 handicap, and we play even, so it's always a lot of fun. He's the kind of golfer when you're playing with him, he talks to his ball. Come on, Ice, you can do this. So he's really funny to play with. We give him a hard time. The role models, whether they want to be or not, I think you should try to use your influence in a very positive way because, you're going to be, if you have any success on the court as an athlete or on the field or anywhere, people are going to look at you as a role model. And you have an opportunity to influence kids in particular in a positive manner. So you should use that. I mean, you shouldn't get away from your responsibilities by saying, hey, I'm not your role model. I don't want nothing to do with that. Well, I think that's shirking your responsibility. I think you have the ultimate responsibility to the younger generation to project a good image. And the problem is, a lot of guys who've had success are young. So young guys make mistakes. And when I was young, I made mistakes. It's human. And so people put too much pressure on the younger guys to become role models right away. It happens like the natural maturation process. It takes time. Fond-Day Recreation, downtown Houston. The source of all the big games in the city of Houston when I was coming up. All the best players would be there, professional players, college players who were really good at the game. And to go there every day and compete with those types of players can't help but improve your game. So that was probably the single most effective tool that I had living in the city of Houston that really helped me. Moses Malone would be my first choice. If Elvin Hayes was around, he wouldn't be bad. Calvin Murphy wouldn't be too bad. You had a lot of guys. I mean, the key is when you're around a bunch of talent, the key is to use that positively and just try to work on your game to become a better player. And if you can get those players to work with you after the workouts, that's even better. Those are the things that I did coming up to try to become a better player. And luckily, I had guys like Joe Bryant, Kobe's dad, who was a Rocket at the time. He used to always give me pointers and help me with my game at that time, not knowing that anything would ever become of it, but certainly appreciated at the time. Guys like Alan Lovell, Robert Reed, those guys, Tom Henderson, the old Washington Bullet. But those, you know, there were a lot of guys around to help me with your game. And if you can get in the game and play against those guys, you're definitely going to be better off because of it.